Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Seeds of Success. I'm your host today, Jay Nephew, and with me we have, as always, I always do this wrong, Dottie, Miss Dottie San Martin. Hi, Dottie.
Hi.
You know, today Dottie and I have been talking about some things we can do to help not only our business move forward, but personally us move forward too. And one of these things that Dottie brought up is really simple. So simple that you're going to go, wow, I need to see for this. But don't think it's that simple. It's just simple on the surface. Dottie, I'm going to hand it over to you because you said to me today, you should really think before you say that. And I looked at you and I went, I did. And why don't you expand on that a little bit?
Well, Jay, thank you. You know, with 2021 here, we all need to get going in a positive direction and put first things first. And one of the things that I think that we can do to really better not just our business relationships, but even our personal relationships is to think before you speak. Take a pause and make sure that you know exactly what you're getting ready to say and what the consequences are of what you're getting ready to say. So and sometimes that's harder to do than we think.
Well, especially on social media, because we're very reactive in general when we're with our friends or okay, I'm just speaking about me. I'm kind of animated and I generally will say what's on my mind right off the bat. But, you know, in today's everybody's recording everything world, once it's out of your mouth, it's out of your mouth.
Right.
And you don't get to put it back in. You don't get that luxury. So when you said think about what you're going to say before, I thought to myself, well, surely I have, but you meant it in a very structured, regimented way, and it's very clever, and I really like this because I'll let you go on to the first thing you need to do is to what? Make sure what you're saying is T.
Yes. And Jay, if we can, you know, if we need to go on a mission that we spread this to everybody, because if we did that, we may have a better place to even so. But anyway, it's very simple. And if you think of it this way, when you think before you speak, here's what I would like for you to remember. I would like for you to remember how you spell the word think.
Right.
T-H-I-N-K. And remember what each one of those letters has a very specific purpose.
Right.
So when you think of T, what needs to come to mind is you need to ask yourself the question, is this true, what I'm about to say?
Or is it maybe based on not facts? Maybe it's your opinion, which is still okay because you're entitled to an opinion, but we get a little bit more detailed as we go down the line. So is it true? That's a very good rule of thumb.
First rule of thumb.
That's not true. Sure, for sure.
Number two is H. Is this helpful information? What's the purpose?
That's another whole thing to look at. Helpful is different than true. You can have things that are not true and not helpful, but you can have things that are true and not helpful. So keep like Dottie, right. that sweater is ugly. It might be true to me, but it's not helpful to you.
Think
you know,
before you speak.
Right.
Okay, so we have T-H-I. Is it inspiring?
So it's not only your job to say things that are encouraging and helpful to others, but to be inspiring if you can. So just because it's true and just because it might be helpful, it might not be inspiring. Like the sweater example, Dottie, that sweater is, you know, fuzzy today. You didn't use your shaver thingy on it. That's not helpful. You know, geez, it looks really pressed and nice, and I love your collar on it. That's inspiring. You know, something different than that. The other two letters are going to fall into line, and it's going to make it even more illustrative why you should really, you know, choose your words carefully and think about the context and the delivery method. The N is for?
Well, I'm going to go back because you said something just now.
Inspiring.
You know, no, there's another word that comes to mind for H besides helpful.
Okay.
And that's hurtful. So make sure that it's not hurtful.
Not hurtful. True.
Yeah, not hurtful. So, okay, so now we are at N. N, necessary.
There you go.
Necessary for you to say what you need to say. And then the last, K, is it kind? Is it
Now, this is something everybody can use more of, right?
especially on social media?
Especially on social media. I mean, we're not going to change social media, but if we change one person and that one person affects other people, we're starting to affect change.
You are so right.
When you have something to say, you really do need to think before you say. Make sure it's true. Make sure it's helpful and not hurtful. Make sure it's inspirational. Or make sure it is necessary to be told. And last but not least, choose kindness, right? At least do us the favor for the rest of the year. Choose kindness for 2021.
And Jay, you know, with these seeds of success, if we can plant the seed of kindness and watch that grow, I think 2020 is going to prove to be a very great year.
You mean 2021?
2021, yes. 2020.
Yeah, you can't put it back in and make it come out. We can't replay it either, nor does anybody really want to. But yes, Dottie, you are absolutely correct. When you have something to say, whether it be in person, whether it be on social media, whether it be with your advertising, or whether it be with your business, you're representing your business at all times. Keep that in mind too. They might know you as Joe Smith, but they also might know you as the owner of that fun place that my kids like to go to. If you're out at the grocery store and you're complaining because the beans rang up 10 cents more than they should have, and you're shouting at the girl at the register. Yeah, we've all had a bad day, but was it necessary? Does it solve the problem? Is it needed? That may put you in a different light. So take what we have to heart here and really understand that you should think. Dottie, thank you for the breakdown of each letter, because I know, and you know, on a daily basis, we can really make that mistake a bunch of times if we're in the wrong mood, if we're not, thinking about it.
And it can be, from a business standpoint, it can be,
it can be damaging. For sure.
And from a personal standpoint, you might find that your social media has a lot more friends than you thought you had. But nonetheless, I hope that our viewers today will leave and remember to simply think before you speak.
Treat others as you would like to be treated yourself.
The world will be a much kinder place. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you again for another Seeds of Success.